Union Minister of State for Steel and Heavy Industries Bhupati Raju Srinivasa Verma visits None. Two-day observance of state-level National Science Day 2026 by Department of Education as commences. Hello, you're watching ISTV English News. I'm Jay Xiaoinam, giving you the news in detail. Union Minister of State for Steel and Heavy Industries Bhupati Raju Srinivasa Verma landed at Longmai, None District headquarters this morning in a helicopter. He was accompanied by his APS. Upon his arrival at Longmai Command Ground, he was accorded warm welcome by DC None, Vidyamari Siddhar and SP None, Namsadai Peter Pamay and other DLOs. The MOS visited None Primary Health Center and distributed 4 PMJAY health cards to the beneficiaries. The Union Minister of State for Steel and Heavy Industries also took stock of the world's tallest railway, Pier Bridge. He was received by Deputy Chief Engineer, Railway Bridge, Naman, at the spot. Later, he visited Rangkhung Part 1 under Hauchong Subdivision and hand over the key of a house to a beneficiary which was constructed under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin (PMAY Gramin). The Union Minister also inspected Awangkhul Railway Station where construction is being carried out by the NF Railway. Two-day observance of state-level National Science Day 2026 under the theme Women in Science, Catalyzing Vikshit Bharat organized by Department of Education as kick-off at City Convention Hall located at Palace Compound. Former Coordinator, Department of Physics, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, Dr. KSH Jugeshwar and Additional Director of Education as Hills, Dangmei Manglem, to grace the occasion as dignitaries. A written science quiz competition was also organized, participated by students of class 9 to 12 from 11 districts. Former Coordinator, Department of Physics, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, Dr. K.S. Jugeshwar spoke to media persons highlighting the girl students have emerged as toppers in class 10 and 12 examinations. However, women occupies only 33% in the field of science, while men occupies 67%, and the Indian government has been taking measures to encourage more women to choose science, he said. He also stressed the need of the students to learn and explore science from early age.
Kamala Sohini, si Indian Institute of Science dan PhD oina qualify or PhD sangi haiba matamda masi reject togi. Nupi matanda hanba sangi reject to wuji kaigunan ma laagadi nupagi leramba khoi satra makhida environmental district tawni aduna masi sangagadi akoda sorekani haibadagi masi sebiram namatuna director oi ma sanghan gide adu mana andolan haigadra matumda khoi satyagrah andolan tor director ko fiski ma phamba adwana torpodagi masi kona thangda sebiram mangi first woman student wena akoi select togi adwana How's leading the missile lady and the Kangri Bondupi, Thomas Ko, Tisu, Nupilak, Atubinim, DRDO scientist, Ma director or another Tabuk me, Ma Gimatamda, Agni 4, Agni 5 missiles launched the Rini. World Rosalind Franklin, Command DNA photos captured over Nevo. Magi photo the Sinaga, the World Nupani, the Nobel Prize Pibiraga, Mabuna, Nobel Prize Pidana, Pangandana Thongri Nevo. Sigumasi Mayamamalay, a Sigumakasi in their government house, the Kangapadagi, Department of Science and Technology, the Mogi program, Mamas, Nupi, Katagaba program, Happy Aga, Nupi Masi Kamana promote only, Science Kamana promote only, Karamna Nation, the Moina contribute only have a dog, a Sigi Matanga Togo program.
Youth Rise for Change has informed that patients at Senapati District Hospital are compelled to buy and use bottled water. Speaking to ISTV News, member of Youth Rise for Change, R.K. Pol Chawang, further revealed that the district hospital situated at Senapati District headquarters is also operating with limited staff. The district hospital is the only medical center which is available to people of Senapati. However, the patients are facing immense inconveniences while seeking their medical needs in the hospital, he said. He further informed that the patients are denied of basic needs including fresh water, and they are told to buy bottled water for uses in the hospital. He also highlighted that community health centers and primary health centers in the district too are in pathetic state.
The district hospital in district is in a very deplorable condition. We were informed that there were 155 manpower who was supposed to be there, but 92 vacancies were being created, out of which only 30 plus medical teams are being posted there. How can a district hospital run with manpower of just 30 plus? This is a big question. And there is no water. The sick patients, even newborn babies, and the number of patients who come from far-flung villages under the Snapti district to this only hub that is existing in the district are suffering 24/7 because there is no water. Even if the government try to supply in 24/7, only 1 hour day supply. So it's a very shocking reality why the concerned authorities are deaf and dumb to these sufferings of the people. If the district hospital is in this condition, just think of the primary health center, sub-health center in far-flung villages. I don't know whether these doctors or nurses, they even go to the villages even once a year. That's a big question that is there.
RK Paul highlighted the poor state of electricity in the district, saying Karong Power Substation is struggling to operate without enough staff, leaving villagers facing frequent power outages. Without electricity, students are facing difficulties in studying while electronic items are lying unused, he added.
We are also looking at Karong Powerhouse Station. There were a lot of public outcry and hue on why there is always load shedding towards evening, why there is power cuts and power non-supply. This is worse affected to the students who are preparing for their exams. Towards evening, the current goes off and kids are left without lights, and they have to depend on candles and other solar lamps. This is not justifiable in today's 21st century. The Senapati people need power supply 24/7 like any other cities in India. And Karong power supply needs to be upgraded. Through our investigation, we came to realize that for the last 30 years, batteries were not changed, panel sets were not upgraded, wires were not changed, electric poles were not changed. And with this capacity, which is existing for the last 30 years, how can the rapidly increasing population, how can the rapidly increasing households be given a sufficient power supply in spite of they paying bill every month? This is the question. The concerned authority of Government of Manipur, who is supposed to look into the power upgradation of every power station in Manipur, needs to address this issue.
RK Paul Chawang also pointed out that the substandard work of road construction, which was carried out from Tafo Kuki village to Mao Gate along Imphal-Dimapur Road. He further stated that the condition of inter-village roads too are deteriorating.
The National Highway 2 from Tafo Kuki to Kongnem, which is 15 kilometers, and from Kongnem to Mao Gate, which is another 30 kilometers. The amount has been sanctioned. The concerned National Highway Company, the contractors needs to be very, very careful in delivering their work with quality. Why should the main contractor sell off his contract work to the subcontractor and then to the third contractor? This is the compromise of quality. When money gets distributed between different stages, how can you deliver a quality work to your projects? I think this is great concern for our people. Village Link Road serves as a socio-economic purpose for the villages. Today, every village has to be linked with interlinked village roads. We cannot go to that muddy road and create a lot of difficulties for the villages. I think whichever project that is our concern with Youth Drive for Change are raising, I think Government of Manipur, the concerned authorities like the Deputy Commissioner has to take into account this.
Assistant General Manager Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority, PFRDA, Ruvi Vinayak Vausagar has informed that apart from government employees, people from different fields can avail benefits from pension scheme. He was speaking at the Awareness Cum Interaction Program on National Pension Scheme NPS held by Indian Chamber of Commerce ICC and Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority PFRDA, Government of India at Hotel Classic. General Secretary ICC Bikendrajit Akoijam, Assistant General Manager PFRDA Ruvi Vinayak Vausagar, Director of Trade, Commerce and Industries, Government of Manipur Rangnamai Rangpeter, Manager PFRDA Nishan Anand, Government departments, representatives of industry associations and financial practitioners attended the program. It was stated that the program was held to raise awareness on retirement planning and long-term social security solutions among the Manipur NGO, MSME, startups, self-help group, public sector undertaking and government bodies. Assistant General Manager, PFRDA Ruvi Vinayak Vausagar continued that since 2009, private sector employees, corporate employees, farmers, traders, self-employees and many others can avail pension benefits from NPS Retire scheme. He also mentioned that even former government employees who ventured into entrepreneurship can apply for NPS.
India, until now, the traditional pension systems were limited only to the government employees. The vast majority of other population, like the private sector employees, the corporate employees, the self-employed, traders, small-time traders and farmers, they lacked any kind of structured retirement savings scheme. So NPS was launched by the government of India in 2004 for the government employees, and in 2009 it was decided to extend this to everybody else. So all citizens of this country can now have an NPS. So NPS is essentially it is a retirement savings scheme, and it is a very good product. It is low cost, it is portable, meaning today you are into a government job, tomorrow you want to shift to a private job, or say you are in a private job and tomorrow you want to become a entrepreneur, you want to have a startup. So NPS remains with you all the time. It is flexible in a way that you are the one who makes a choice as to which pension fund you want, and you can always take a call with respect to the investment decisions with regard to the NPS.
Now we have the national news. A Delhi court today discharged former Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and former Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia in an excise policy-related corruption case. The court refused to take cognizance of the CBI charge sheet. Special Judge Jitendra Singh said that the charge sheet had several lacunae not supported by evidence. The court also discharged 21 others in the matter. The CBI has been probing alleged corruption in the formulation and execution of the erstwhile AAP government's now scrapped excise policy. The Nationalist Congress Party NCP has unanimously elected Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Sunetra Pawar as party's national president. The decision was taken at NCP's National Convention 2026 held in Worli, Mumbai yesterday. The party also announced Ajit Pawar's son, Parad Pawar, as its candidate for the Rajya Sabha elections. In a social media post, the newly elected NCP president, Sunetra Pawar, expressed gratitude towards party senior leaders, office bearers, and workers for showing trust in her leadership. Ms. Pawar said that the void created by the departure of Ajit Pawar still unsettles the herd. She further said that farmers are at the center of her party's ideology, and the NCP will focus on increasing the use of modern technology and artificial intelligence to make farming more profitable. Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has said that the NCERT book carrying a chapter on corruption in the judiciary is unfortunate, and the government is looking at the matter very seriously. Talking to the media, Mr. Pradhan said he directed the NCERT to withdraw and cancel all books, and added that the government has no intention for contempt of judicial system. Expressing his regret over the matter, Union Minister Pradhan said that whatever the Supreme Court ordered, the ministry will follow it. He further added that he has given the responsibility to the department secretary that action must be taken against those who ever aided such an irresponsible chapter in the NCERT book. Earlier, Supreme Court imposed a blanket ban on Class 8 NCERT book carrying a chapter on corruption in the judiciary. The Apex Court also ordered a seizure of all physical copies along with takedown of its digital forms. The bench posted the matter for further hearing on 11 March. According to the new Social Science NCERT textbook for Class 8, corruption, massive backlog of cases and shortage of judges are among the challenges faced by the judicial system. The section on corruption states that judges are bound by a code of conduct governing their behavior both inside and outside the court. Now we have the international news. Pakistan has declared an open war against Afghanistan after the Taliban administration said that its forces killed and captured several Pakistani soldiers during a cross-border offensive. In a social media post, Pakistan's Defense Minister Pm-Istv said Pakistan's patience has reached its limit and now it is open war between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Pakistan carried out airstrikes targeting Afghan cities including Kabul, Kandahar and Paktia after a fresh round of clashes between the two sides. Afghan Taliban spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid confirmed the Pakistani strikes but said there were no casualties. Pakistan's Interior Minister Mohsin described the military action as a befitting response, saying Pakistan's armed forces acted after Afghan forces allegedly attacked Pakistani border troops. Before we end, headlines once again. Union Minister of State for Steel and Heavy Industries Bhupati Raju Srinivasya Verma visits None. Two-day observance of state-level National Science Day 2026 by Department of Education as commences. That's all we have in this English bulletin. Keep watching ISTV News.